We'll get out our playlist. So it's called Thursday Metal Yoga, 5/5/2020. And the first song is by King Buffalo. When you play the song, just maybe check to make sure that the playlist isn't on shuffle, unless you want that. It's not really that important, but it's kind of nice to all listen to the same songs at the same time. So we're going to start the first song in 3, 2, and play. You can also make sure that the playlist is on repeat. So if we end a little bit after the time, it'll still be playing. All right, looks good. Everyone ready? Sounds good. Let's find our way to an easy seated position on the mat. Whatever feels good for you today. We're gonna start by closing our eyes, hands resting on our knees or thighs. Take a few deep breaths. Relaxing the shoulders down. Relaxing your belly, but also sitting up tall. We're going to take a big inhale in and let our head tilt back. On the exhale, slowly bring the chin to chest. Inhale, chin lifts. Exhale, lower. Continue this at your own pace with the eyes closed. Inhaling with lifting the head. Slowly exhaling, chin to chest. Do 3 more, nice and slow. Meet at the center. Keep your eyes closed. We're going to inhale. Exhale, dip the right ear to right shoulder. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Inhale to center. Exhale, right ear, right shoulder. Inhale, left ear, left shoulder. As you inhale back to center, do this a few more times at your own pace. Keep moving slowly, in control. Thinking about your breath. Finding awareness of your hands on your legs. Let's do 3 more. When you're ready, meet at center. And our final little neck movement here, we're just going to turn the chin over to the right shoulder, look to the right, but maybe keep the eyes closed, just turning the head over to the right side. With an exhale, look forward. Inhale, look over to the left. Exhale forward. Again, inhale to the right. Exhale forward. Inhale to left. Exhale forward a few times at your own pace. Nice job sitting quietly, Sitting up tall. Eyes closed, facing forward. Bring the left hand on the left side, palm on the floor, reach up and over with the right arm. Look up at that right elbow. Other side, right arm down, left arm lifts. Nice job. Lower the hand down. Let's all meet on our backs. Grab that prop, whether it's a block or you have that stack of 2 towels or no prop. You can just do it in a little more of a power move, a power style pose. So our knees are bent, our soles of the feet are on the floor. Pressing into the feet, lift the hips, slide the block underneath the sacrum or the stack of the 2 towels. Or if you don't want to use your prop, you're staying lifted without a prop. Now, if you're wondering where your sacrum is, it's between the low spine and the tailbone. You shouldn't feel any kind of back bend here. Should almost feel like your back is this long, straight plank. You're kind of resting on this set of bones. Arms can be down to start by your sides, palms on the floor. Take a few breaths and stay. Imagining all of your worries, your anxieties draining out of you, dripping down your spine, out to the top of the head, onto the floor, being reabsorbed by the earth. Let's all heel toe our feet together on the floor. Play with a little bit of easy balance. I hate using the word easy, but make it easy for yourself. So we're just lifting the feet up off the floor, bringing the knees together, shins together, and just having maybe a 90-degree angle with the knees. We're just balancing the low back on the block or the prop. Nice, bring the feet down, knees pointed up. Now, one at a time, walk the feet out straight. Should be a nice, big, relieving pose. If it feels too pinchy in your low back, then slowly walk the feet a little closer, maybe get a hip opener. The knees will fall out to the sides. It's almost like an extreme Buddha, Supta Buddha Konasana. Nice. Regular supported bridge pose, so knees pointed up to the sky, feet on the floor. When I press into the feet, lift up the hips, slide the block away. Now we're not using support anymore. From here, we're gonna reach the arms up to the sky and let them fall down and back behind us. Inhale, arms reach up or reach to the sky. Exhale, arms down by our sides. Inhale, reach. Exhale, reach behind your head. Inhale, reach up. Arms lower by your sides. Continue this motion, this little flow of motion with your arms. And lower your hands down by your sides. Heel to the feet together again, knees pointed up. We're gonna extend one leg forward. Flex the foot, and then kind of dance with that right leg or left leg, whichever one you lifted. I'm doing this movement here, just pedaling out the knee and the foot. You can do whatever kind of movement you like. Maybe you just kick the foot forward slowly. Maybe slowly hover that right heel off the floor, pressing into that left foot. Nice. Bend the right knee, lower the right foot, other side, extend that left foot. Left leg might start to straighten and bend. Do whatever kind of movement that feels good for you. Maybe moving to the music always helps in your practice to use music. You don't have to use music, but we like to. And it can really help bring your focus to your movements. And let's lower that left foot down. We're gonna cross the right foot over the left thigh, So we're in a lying figure 4, but the hips aren't lowered down. We're gonna get a little pulses of that left hip in the sky. Let's do 10. 1, 2, lift. 3, 4, flex the right foot. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Release the right foot, other side. Left foot crosses over right thigh. Pulse for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lower down. Feet are hips width distance. You're still pressing up. Your thighs might be burning now, but stay with me here. And we're pulsing for 15. Count on your own pace. Breathe. Do a few more. Stay lifted and press the hips up for 5, 4, 3, press more, 2, and 1. Lower the hips down. Knees can windshield wiper side to side. Feels really good for the lower back here. We're only doing a little bit of ab work, at least direct core work. Of course, we use our ab throughout class. Let's just do some crunches straight away. Let's kick the feet up. Interlace the hands behind the head. Flex the toes towards the face. Lift the shoulder blades off the floor. Look up to the toes. We're gonna do 20, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold it. Little pulses for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the feet down. Nice job. Take a few breaths, knees side to side. Hug the knees into the chest. We're gonna rock up nice and gently. Kick the left leg out. Right knee is bent. Reach the right arm behind your back. Left arm can cross in front of the side of the right thigh. So we're twisting to the right. If you'd like to grab the outer part of the right foot with the left hand, maybe you kick the foot up into that hand. Maybe you lift the right arm up and you reach behind you. You can always bend the right knee. And lower down. Let's come back down on our backs. We're gonna roll up and come right back to the other side. Right leg extends forward, left knee bent. Left hand behind us, right arm in front of that left thigh, twisting to the left. If you'd like to grab the outer part of the left foot with the right hand, you can kick the foot into the hand. Maybe reach up and back with the left. Flex the left foot, press the foot into the hand. And lower down. Let's go on a tabletop facing the left side of the room. So we're gonna be here for like a few minutes. So if you have trouble seeing what I'm doing, you might wanna scoot your computer to the side because we're gonna use the long length of the mat. That's why we're doing it to the side. We're starting on our hands and knees. I always like to make sure my knees are at least on the floor. Tuck the toes and extend that right leg back behind you. Nice. From here, we're reaching the left arm forward. So the right leg and left arm are extended. Then we're gonna bend that left elbow, make a goalpost to the left. And then we're gonna open up the right hip, bend the knee, and open the hip to the right side. So we're open the right hip, open the left arm. We're gonna extend it forward and back again. Inhale. Exhale, bend to each side, open hip, open elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Definitely awkward. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend. Let's do 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, stay. Holding for 3. Open for 2. And lower down for 1. Nice job. Hips can move side to side a couple times. Let's do the other side. Left leg kicks back, right toes tucked underneath. Left leg kicking back, toes pointed down. Reach that right arm forward. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend the right elbow to the right side, so the palms facing the floor. Left knee bends to the left side, open the hip. Inhale, extend back, forward and back. Exhale, bend left and right. Again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Ooh. Inhale, 1 more. And exhale, stay. Lift for 3, 2, and lower down for 1. Let's take a rest, sit on the heels of the feet. Take a few breaths. Come back onto tabletop. From here, move the hips side to side. Toes are tucked. From here, we're going to extend that left leg to the left side. Toes pointing forward. And we're going to lift the hands up on the hips. So you're pressing down to the sole of the left foot. The toes are pointing towards the left side of your room or forward where you're facing. Left hand stays at left hip. Reach the right arm up and over for a little side bend. Right hand to right hip, other side. Bend over to the right. Again, right arm lifts. Exhale, left arm. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Hands come down on the mat. Make sure the right toes are tucked. Sometimes people like to open up their right knee a little more to the right side so they have a more open hip in the right side. And I'll show you what we're about to do. We're gonna start to walk the hips back towards the right heel. Kind of sit on the right heel, lifting the left toes, and then we're gonna lift the right knee off the floor so it points to the front of your room. So now we're in a skandasana, that kind of nice hamstring stretch. Left toes can point up. You have a couple options here to deepen this pose. If this is already super deep for you, maybe your hands just come down and you breathe. Otherwise, you can open up that right hip even more, bringing that right arm in front of that right thigh, opening up that hip even more. You can also reach those left fingers to the left toes. Maybe you balance and try both. Maybe you balance a bit more and reach the right hand off the floor. You can also try a bind with the right side. So maybe you reach behind that right thigh and behind the back with the left hand and wrap your hands around behind that right leg with the left toes flexed up. We're staying for 2 more breaths wherever you are. All right, let's come back down. Right knee comes down, and we just take that left foot and bring it back behind, bend the knee, back in our tabletop. Move the hips left and right. Let's do the other side. I'll move my stuff out of the way so I have more room. Right leg extends to the right, toes pointed to the left side of your room or forward in front of you. My strap's in the way. We lift the hands up to the hips. Inhale, reach the left arm up and over, side bend to the right. With an exhale, left hand to left hip, right arm up and over. See if you can make a nice long line. Inhale to the right. Exhale to the left. One more round, inhale. 2, exhale. All right, other side, hands come down. Maybe move that left knee a little to the left. Tuck the toes, but this time bring the toes. This is something I should have done last time. It's just a little easier to come into your half skandasana. Maybe bring those left toes a little closer to the right as you kick back. So when you come back and lean on the left heel, it's a little easier to come into it. Left knee lifts, right toes lift. You can always deepen it by walking that left foot a little more to the left. Really just adjusting in the littlest ways possible to make sure you're not overstretching the groin or the hamstrings. And of course, you can make this deeper as well. Staying here if it's already deep. Opening up that left hip with the left arm. Or grabbing the toes with the right hand. You can also do both at the same time. It's a difficult balance. Maybe you reach up with that left hand. You can also bind left arm and right arm, wrap around behind the left thigh. Staying wherever you'd like to be for a few more breaths. You can always find movement here. Movement with your breath and the music. Let's come down on that left knee. Tabletop, so the right foot steps back. Let's go ahead and face forward in our tabletop. Tabletop, inhale, dip the belly, just a couple of cat-cows, press down, round the spine. At your own pace. You can also get a little wrist exercise, a little wrist stretch here. If you'd like to turn the fingertips so they face and point towards your knees, or they're at the halfway point where the fingertips face away from each other, the wrists face each other. That's a kind of a moderate version of the pose. You can continue your cat-cow here as well. Nice from here. We're gonna bring that left foot and right foot forward, come into a forward fold standing. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Shake the head out no a couple times. Head is super heavy. You might like to heel toe your feet a little wider for a bigger base. If you really want to let go of the neck, you can also interlace the fingers behind the base of the skull. Hug the biceps in towards the head and maybe sway a little side to side. Nice. Release the hands down, another inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Let's take the right foot steps back, coming into a lunge. Reach the arms up, crescent lunge. Finding your strength here. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bend the elbows, goalpost arms. Try to keep your base nice and sturdy. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend. Let's do 3 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Hands come to heart center and we press into the left foot. We lift up and off of the right, coming into warrior 3. Your hands can stay at heart center. You can do airplane arms, whatever kind of arm variation you like. We're gonna land back, hands to heart center, in our lunge pose. Inhale, reach the arms up, little back bend, reach up and back. Hands come to heart center. Once again, we come into warrior 3, lean and lift. Let's lower the right foot back down one more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center, and warrior 3, lift and lean. And forward fold, lower the right foot down. Bending one knee at a time in your forward fold. Maybe bending the knees to the music. Nice. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Left foot steps back this time, lunge. And lift the arms for crescent lunge. Find your steady base. It might mean making your right foot, a little more to the right side. Maybe you do the same thing with the left foot, but to the left side. Really depends on what feels sturdy for you. Inhale, reach arms, keep the base sturdy, and keep it still. We're not going to do the thing where we move the knee down. We're going to keep our base nice and strong. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale. 3 more, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Nice, exhale. One more time, inhale. Exhale, hands come to heart center, lean forward, lift the left. Warrior 3. Lifting, changing the arms if you'd like. And we step back, hands to heart center for lunge. Inhale, arms lift up, reach up and back for a deep back bend. Hands come through heart center and warrior 3 again. Ooh. My legs are like jelly today. I don't know about you. Let's step it back. Back bend. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Warrior 3. Staying for 3, 2, and lunge. Nice job. Hands lift up. And just bring the hands down to meet the right foot. Step the left foot forward. Bend one knee at a time. In your forward fold. Nice job. Transitioning in and out of balances is one of my weaknesses in yoga. But it's also exciting to do those kinds of things because when you do things you're not great at, all you can do is really get better. It's also a very humbling thing to fall. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, slowly lift the arms up and rise. Hands come to heart center. Stand up nice and tall. Draw the belly in. Roll the shoulders down and back. Fixing your posture, drawing the crown of your head towards the sky. Take a few breaths. Let's do a sun A. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Let's step one foot back and the other for plank pose. Let's stay in plank for a moment. Find your sturdy plank. Press back into the heels. Try and straighten the legs a little bit here. Press down into the fingers. Holding for 3. You got this. 2. And 1, high to low. Inhale, upward facing or cobra. And we meet in downward facing dog. In your downward dog, taking whatever movements you need, whatever movements you like. I like to pedal the heels out and then find a moment of stillness. Grounding my heels, pressing down into my hands. Let's look forward and let's just take little baby steps towards the hands. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, sweep the arms up. Exhale all the way down, forward fold, Uttanasana. Let's take another sun A a little faster. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Let's step back, plank. High to low. Inhale, upward facing or cobra to downward. Look forward, hop, step, or jump forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend knees, inhale, reach up and rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's do Sun B, inhale, reach arms up. Sit down to chair pose, Utkatasana. Stay here for a moment. Let's do a few little pulses. Slowly start pulsing up and down, maybe to the music. Pressing the feet down into the floor with intention. Maybe you lift the toes up and off the floor. And forward fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Let's come back to plank. High to low. Inhale to exhale. Right foot steps through the hands. Lower the left heel, coming into warrior one pose. On the right side. Taking a moment here. Let's settle into our humble warriors. We're going to have the hands come down and around behind our backs, either with a strap or interlace. Inhale, peel the chest open, look up. Exhale, bow down. Humble warrior pose. Let's stay for a few more breaths, just long enough to feel the stretch across the shoulders. Nice, look down at the right toes, lower the hands, line the front right foot, tuck the back left toes, step back, plank, high to low. Inhale to exhale. Left foot steps forward between the hands, right heel lowers, warrior one. Whew. Nice and strong. Stay here for a moment. Lower the hands down, interlace behind, or use your strap. Peel the chest open with an inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Humble warrior, looking back at the right toes. Nice, look at the left toes. Hands lower down, step left foot back, plank. High to low. Inhale to exhale. When you do inhale to exhale, upward facing or cobra to downward, just know that you can always come through tabletop, especially if you have lower back pain. If you come to cobra and you don't really come all the way to downward dog in the safest of ways, it can be a lot of compression in the lower spine. So just know that you can come through tabletop like so. From downward dog, look forward. Step one foot forward, then the other. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, lift the arms. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a few breaths, close the eyes. All right, for this next flow, it's going to be similar to the one we did with the lunge in warrior three. Transition in and out of balance and in and out of a standing pose. Just a fair warning, you might fall out of these poses. I'm definitely going to. So feel free to laugh at me and laugh at yourself as we all fall in and out of these poses. They're really hard to do, and that's why we like to do them, because practicing these can help us with stability, it can help us with balance, and can connect us all while we laugh at ourselves, right? So I'm going to start with a forward fold. Grab your block or your book if you have it. It should be at the front of your mat. When it starts to lift the left leg up, in your standing split, from here, your right hand comes to your block. You start to bend the right knee and you lift the left arm up for your half moon pose. Ardha Chandrasana. Press that left foot into an imaginary wall right behind you. Reach that left hand up towards the sky. Now we're going to transition from here into reverse warrior. Why don't you take your block with you in your right hand? So let's slowly lower down that left foot and reverse the right with your book or block. Just don't hit yourself in the head with it. Inhale to stay. Exhale, let's come back into the half moon. So land the hand, bend the knee, and then lift up and off. Nice job. I can see some of you doing it. Nice work. Let's stay here for a breath and see if you can really open that left shoulder. Your right leg may be shaky. All right, let's step it back, reverse. And reverse the right arm. Whew. You sweating? Nice. Again, half moon, right hand lowers with the block, lift the left foot and left arm. Open the chest. If you want to take it to the next level, see if you can lift the right hand off the block. Maybe you find a little balance without it. Maybe you keep your hand on it. Maybe you see if you can bend the left knee, grab the foot with the left hand. Takes a little maneuvering sometimes. Let's release it and come back into reverse. Let's do one more time on this side. You ready? Come down, right hand lowers, lift up. Half moon to Chandrasana. I've heard some people pronounce it Chandrasana. Not actually sure, but I'm gonna keep saying Chandrasana. That's how I learned it, so it could be either, not sure. Maybe you try that modified pose. Maybe you don't and you just stay here and find your balance. Just for 2 breaths, you can do this. Nice job. Look down. Lower the left foot down, forward fold. Bend one knee at a time. Whew. Slowly come up, roll to rise. Shake out that right leg. It's a lot of work. Nice job, everybody. Feel free to grab your water, have a sip. I know I need a little sip. Excuse me. Other side. Block will come to the left side of your mat at the front, highest height. You start in a forward fold. Let's start by lifting that right leg up, that standing split pose. Left hand comes to block. Right arm and shoulder open up, Ardha Chandrasana. Maybe you found in the other side, the left side, that the half moon pose got easier as we went on. I think our left or the right leg started to get some, work in there, got a little used to the pose. Let's see if it'll happen on this side too. All right, let's come back into reverse. So bring the block with you in the left hand and flip, reverse. Nice job. We're coming back into half moon. Plant the block. Bend the left knee. Lift the right arm as you lift the right leg. Maybe you feel it's a little easier since the first one. Flex and point the foot. See what feels best. And just bring your awareness to every edge of your body. Let's come back into reverse. Bring the block. Softly land, reverse. Coming back, half moon. Left hand, left block plants, lift the right arm, right leg. Keep that right leg nice and strong. Again, that imaginary wall right behind you. This song's kind of perfect for this. I never got to see Monolord. One of my life regrets. Open up the right shoulder a little more. Let's plant it down, reverse. After this, we're doing one more. We're almost there. And let's come down into our half moon again. Whew. We're almost there, guys. Nice work. Holding, maybe you do that modified. Grabbing that right foot if you can. Lifting the left hand off the block, or both. Release the foot if you got it. Let's plant it down, reverse warrior. One last half moon, then we come down. Plant the left block. Lift the right leg. Ooh, it's getting tricky now. Whew. Let's hold it here. See if you can look to the right side of your room. Holding for 3, 2, and lower the right foot down to the floor. Let's come down on our hands and knees. and come down into child's pose. Sit back on the heels, lower the forehead to the mat or a block. Take a few breaths. Take a moment to breathe here. Let's come in tabletop. From tabletop, we're going to kick that left leg out, tuck the toes, and just shift a little forward and back, stretching out the hamstrings. This feels really good after that pose. Other side, left knee lowers, right foot kicks back, toes down, forward and back, shifting. Nice, lower the knee down. Let's see how much time we have left. A little bit of time. Let's do one final pose before we come into Shavasana. So let's turn and face the left side of our room again. So we have the long length of the mat. We're gonna come into a frog pose. So if you have that stack of towels or the blocks, you can use those as props. If you do have a bolster, you can use that. If you have a huge fluffy blanket, you can use that. I'm not gonna use props to show you that you can use no props in this pose, because your arms are actually props, if you really want to use those. So kind of easy to get into, honestly. All we have to do is walk the knees wide in tabletop. You can kind of walk the feet out wide and then match the knees so they're in line with the heels. Normally, yoga teachers will say knees should be in line with the heels, but it's actually okay if the toes are a little closer together than the knees. I find it's a little more comfortable that way. Sometimes it's nice to have the feet out because then you can make sure that the feet are externally rotating as well. Toes are pointing away from each other. This can be where your frog ends. You might be able to walk the knees out more, thus walk the feet out a little more, and you're thinking, holy crap, I don't know how long I can stay in this pose. Try to bring the feet close together, see if that changes it a little bit for you. Makes it a little easier to do, but you still get a nice stretch. If you want to bring another stretch into this, it's not hip related, so it's not too deep for this. You can bring the wrists into it, pointing the fingers towards your hips, the underneath of the wrist facing forward. Underneath of the wrists, I don't know the proper term for that. Staying wherever you are, closing the eyes. See if you can find stillness. Find breath. Just because I say find stillness doesn't mean you can't adjust, especially if it's hurting you. Always adjust if it's hurting you. You should always react to your body telling you something. So although if the teacher's like, don't move, be still, that doesn't mean you should stay in a pose that starts to hurt or that does hurt. Gently, barely even moving, sink the hips back a little bit. So if your feet or your ankles are in line with your knees, bring the feet closer together and just gently sink the hips back a little bit. You can barely even feel it or see it, but you can definitely feel it if you're the person it's happening to, because you'll feel a little bit of an opening in the hips. Maybe you walk the hands closer too. Let's take 3 more breaths. You can come down onto the forearms if you'd like. If you're here, you can let the head hang down. Nice. Slowly coming out, hands back to the floor. And just really slowly pressing up. And I like to just bring each knee in at a time slowly. Just kind of walk the feet closer. Sitting back on the heels for a moment if you'd like, or just coming straight onto your back for Shavasana. Nice work today. Let's come down onto our backs. If you're totally tired, ready for that Shavasana, go for it. Otherwise, you can bend the knees into the chest. You can take a side twist, knees fall to the left, reach the right arm to the right side. Knees into chest, other side. Knees fall to the right, left arm to the left. Knees into chest. Give them a nice squeeze and then extend the legs all the way down. Pressing our bodies down into the floor. Take your time to get into your pose. There's a wall near you. You can do legs up the wall pose. Oh, excuse me. Everyone together, take a big breath into the mouth. Hold it in. Exhale out through the mouth. Natural breath. Letting all of your worries drain out of your body into the floor. You know, it's easier said than done. Maybe you think of one thing that's bothering you. Give yourself a moment to feel that emotion, to mourn that emotion. In your mind, imagine yourself writing down whatever that thing is that's bothering you on a piece of paper. Maybe describing the emotions you have around it or the situation. And in your mind, you're taking that paper and you can crumple up in a ball, throw it away, and throw it through the shredder. You can set that paper on fire. Imagine yourself destroying that bit of evidence of whatever it is that you're most worried about. Maybe just for a moment you feel a little bit lighter. You're allowed to experience the present moment. You're freed from your obligations in this one moment, free and light. Staying and breathing, feeling a weightlessness. Everyone taking a big breath in and out. Slowly finding your way to a seat. Inhale, lifting the arms up and overhead. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Showing and feeling gratitude for even these connections that we share. The light and dark in me loves and honors the light and dark in you. And together we say, Namaste. Thank you so much for coming today. If you're watching this on YouTube, as we put everything on our YouTube afterwards, feel free to check out our other videos and subscribe. Enjoy your May the 5th. Maybe have your margarita and burrito.